Welcome, fans, back to another segment of Carl Briggs 73 Live. Once again, we have Brother Moss, elder that I'm very fond of. And today, I want to ask him, because he's a little older than me, about how, at his age, how things have actually changed in the world economically wise. Like when you walk in a store, a bag of potato chips. Back in your day, how much was a bag of potato chips?
Back in my days, a bag of potato chips was no more about 25 cents a bag of potato chips.
Wow.
Now, due to the fact, the reason why, as you notice, in today's society, everything goes up, the cost of living, rent, the whole 9 yards. Now, long time ago, there used to be a time to where you can fit those standards according to what kind of job you might have. But, and at the time, back in the days, they had training programs, which now basically they don't have like they used to have back in the days.
Right.
All through high school, they have what you call an NYC school program that can have you to, for a young man being in school can learn this well, but really how to do different jobs like inventory work, going out working for restaurants, and getting these kind of trainings and skills in while they're still in high school.
Right.
But now a lot of the stuff has changed now in today's society where, you have to really make a decision early as you possibly can because a lot of the training programs has been cut off now.
Right.
And so what we have to do now is, try to meet our standards, find out something that we love to do, and then take that trade up and then go from there. But a lot of times back in the day, you know how to make a dollar and spend your money the right way in the first place, because life ain't gonna all the time be at the point to where you're gonna, just go out wild and spend your money. You appreciate you earn a buck when you do the right thing with your money.
Right.
So now, even though things is high now, than what it used to be a long time ago, you just have to just know how to budget your money. And once you do that, then you can appreciate making an honest buck, doing the right thing,
Right.
and providing for your loved ones as well as for yourself. Being responsible, knowing that the standards is this to where you
Right.
do what you can do. See, a lot of people get frustrated because of the fact that you can complain, which we all do. We all complain. But it's not, got to realize one thing, and the facts of life, things ain't what they used to be. Everything is like the whole world is not what it used to be. Some of the jobs are still good, depends on what you can do to you never can go wrong by getting an education.
Right.
Nobody say, because the education plays a big part of it, and sometimes those jobs might go to the point you can maintain on what you're doing as far as a career. You might have to sometimes take a cut of pay. You might have to sometimes maybe go relocate. But are you willing and able to do that? If not, then there's other ways to provide in life, to do the right thing,
Right.
to stay on the right track, to stop yourself from getting in trouble or getting into a wreck.
Now let me ask you a question. Being an older gentleman, older brother, mature is what I want to call you. I don't want to say older, but you are my elder. And so, how do you feel about, like, do you feel society has forgotten about their elders, or we don't respect our elders in the fashion that they used to respect them when you was coming up?
No, it's not so much as a society forgotten about the elders. It's just the fact that they usually start off from one generation to the other, and then a lot of times being a young person coming up, they have to be disciplined in order for that to really work well as far as an elder person and a younger person. The oldest person be the one to plant the seed, the mother, the father, the grandfather,
Right.
the grandmother, someone in the family to plant that seed. Then now when a child is young coming up, this way this child will know how to respect the elder person, and they won't feel so bad like they think they know everything. Because see, you somewhere along the line you're gonna have to mind somebody, and you got to discipline yourself, because we all need discipline. But then that's the way of facts of life, and that's how life is.
Right.
based on base
Right.
terms.
Right. Now, another thing, this technology, these phones and these computers, right? When you was coming up, did they have computers? Did they have the technology that they have now?
No, they did not. Mostly everything was work manually. We didn't even have much as had a calculator. You have
Right.
to do everything in your head. Now, with the calculators and stuff, you have the teachers and stuff. A lot of times, you can't use the calculators because they think they want you to use your own way of thinking to solve a problem, especially when it comes to your math.
Right.
Because everything is based on numbers, you just have to, they didn't have a calculator. So now the calculators are where a person would learn fast, and next thing you know, which is good because it has a lot to do with when it comes to the high technology, and technology is steady growing. So now you got these computers out that's doing the work just as well.
Right. Now, individually, I'm starting to learn that people do things individually, and we have to allow individuals to be individuals. So what I mean is, we can't expect everybody in the whole wide world to respect their elders. That's just the bottom line. I'm learning that some people are gonna receive the message, and some people aren't. How do you feel about that?
Well, the ones that's not gonna, don't wanna respect their elders, and sometimes, it's not a good thing. But even though, just like I say, the way the world is, the older person has to be the one to plant that seed into the child mind, to still into their mind to where they can respect their elders. If not, then they'll just go the other way around. And then, you learn, each one learned each one. So the most important thing is the oldest person, if they have any kind of way of wanting their child to turn out to be the right way to have the respect, they have to teach the child. As we all coming up, we don't know. We all were born and just, in a way to where we don't know, and to where until someone tell us. They have to tell us and let us know at a young age. This way, as you grow up, that you know that respect goes a mighty, mighty long way.
Right. Okay, one last question because I don't want to hold you up too long. I'm always on this brother Tommy because, like I said, one of my pet peeves is going to my elders for advice. And one of the things for me, I've been doing good since I've been home from prison, right? And I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I'm a fail. I'm afraid that this is too good to be true. Like, this is a long time for me not to be in contact with the law. It's been a long time. This me being out this long and being where I'm at this such short a time, I self-destruct a lot, and I'm afraid, and I don't want to do that. So I need to know, what advice would you give me to deal with that fear of failure, because I'm afraid to fail.
Okay. Brother Carl, the best way when you know good and well that you're on the right track and you want to make these changes, you got to recognize where you come from, and there's a learning, advice, and everything, each and everything that we go through in life. Now, when you have this here fear or anything like that, and you might be guys that you knew that you used to hang out with, probably still doing the same thing. Sometimes, and not in some cases, maybe all the time, you got to find someone that had probably been through what you've been through, but then now they want to make a change. So now you got to change your direction. When I speak in terms of direction, you can see somebody that you know. That don't mean you have to hang out unless they made that change, because see, you made that change. Now then they probably gonna say this and that about you, but you know what? As long as you know you're right in your right mind, you don't worry about the fear part. You just continue to do right. And sometimes it takes a separation from the family to still a family member if they still doing wrong. Once you got to recognize one most important thing, when you do something wrong in life, know that you done wrong, admit that you done wrong. Okay, now you want to make that change. That don't mean that bad, you can turn that bad situation to a good situation. Now you got people that's on that same page because they don't want to go back where they come from. And that's where you fall back into those temptations or anything that's going to hinder you, that's going to cause you to fall right back in that category. Then you cannot get mad at that other individual. All you can do is get mad at yourself because you did that.
Right, right. And I want to, in this segment right here, this is Remember Your Elders Part 3. As you see, Brother Moss, the more of my show will grow. And once it becomes successful, you'll be seeing a whole lot of him. And I have a place for him on my show. I'm working toward building my own show. And this has been a big help for me. I really appreciate the advice. and know that it won't be taken for granted. Know that respect your elders, youngsters. Respect your elders, man. They all we got, right? And when you think you don't know something, they here for you. They're here for you, and I'm showing you this, right? And this is the beginning stages of wisdom, right? Is the proper fear of, right? And so if you fear that, then you respect this, right? And so with that said, we're going to end this segment. Thank you, Brother Moss.
Yes, sir.
It's always a pleasure, right, to have you
Carl,
on my show, man.
Most definitely,
And
brother.
it's always, I grow when I sit down with my elders. So with that said, this is Remember the Elders, part 3, right, with Brother Moss. Like I say, you're going to be seeing more of him. The brother has a lot of knowledges, right? We need that. We need to hear this in the community. My shows aren't scripted, right? We didn't write this, right? This is strictly from the heart. So thank you. Go out and subscribe. Carl Briggs 73 Live.